the last quarter moon in the zodiac sign of Cancer. What is the message? What is the energy about this event? The last quarter moon is all about reflecting, reconsider, and forgive what needs to be forgiven. And of course, it's all about preparing for a new beginning. In a week's time, we will have a new moon in the zodiac sign of Libra. So the zodiac sign of Cancer is the motherly energy of all the zodiac signs. Family means everything. They are very sensitive people. So maybe that is why you feel a little bit sensible at this moment of time. The other quantities of Cancer is, of course, that they can feel mood swings, and that is because the moon is the ruler of the zodiac sign of Cancer. They can be a little bit possessive. They handle critics very poorly. Sometimes they can feel a little bit insecure of themselves. So I feel that mother yourself throughout this period of time is maybe the energy for this last quarter moon, and acknowledge that you are maybe a little bit more sensitive at this period of time. So with that said, let's see what is the message from Spirit about this energy. Okay, as always, I've pulled out a couple of cards that can give us the indication of the energy around this last quarter moon in zodiac sign of Cancer. So let's see. Pardon, that means excuse me or forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness, as I said, forgiveness. What do you need to forgive? We just had the full moon. The luna llena is the full moon in Spanish, and during the full moon there is something about release and forgive. So with pardon, who or what do you need to forgive? Is there something that you need to release now, to embrace the energy for the upcoming new moon? So I remember I was outside and I took a picture of the full moon that we had a week ago, and it was absolutely amazing. And it looked almost like this, with with the mountains in the background, and the full moon, and everything was dark. So interesting. Interesting energy. So forgiveness. Let's see. Ooh. Be a channel. Then we have the number 18. The 18th of October is on Saturday. The new moon is on the 21st. It's something about 8 plus 1 is 9, and it's one other thing. The number 18 is, of course, the moon card in tarot. And the moon card in tarot is about being a channel, look beyond the illusion and trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and don't be afraid of being in the darkness. Let your emotions guide you now towards your destination. Now, either way, the number 9, we are in the year number 9 now, and I feel that so many things that happened energetically in September. It was like when you come to an office, at least in the old days, with a document, and you need to confirm that this was a true and original document, you get a stamp, right? So I felt like the September with all the energies was like marking this document. You have completed this. It's over with now. You're finished. And now you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your instincts. You have to trust your emotions. And be open to receive from the universe where your direction is headed now. Where are your direction headed now? So I'll put a little beautiful shell here on this lady. I want you to see her face. It's such a beautiful, expressive face. So let's see. Let's go to the tarot now. Again, what? I'm still amazed of the synchronicity in the readings. Now, be a channel and inner voice. Trust your inner voice now. Be in flow with life, and you can see the moon phases. She has crescent moon on her head. There are 2 crescent moons here too. And the full moon in the middle. Yeah, be in the flow with, that the moon phases are like the cycle of life, a beginning, and then we have the completion, and then a peak with the luna llena, with the full moon, and then it decrease again, right? That is how life is, The peak in life is maybe when you are, I guess, in your 50s, 40s, 50s. Maybe that is your age. But we are in our peak in life when we come to that age, and then it's all downhill again. but yeah. that is the circle of life, and we have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge the circle of life, that this is how it is, period. You can't live like you're 20 years old to eternity. But let's see. What is the message about this last quarter moon in the zodiac sign of Cancer, please, Spirit? Okay. We have at least one. And we have 2. And the last one, please. 3. Beautiful. What is underneath the surface? Start at number 1. The Ace of Wands with the Source. Going back to center, going back to source. With this card, I always feel like you are being reborn again, and that there is something shift, genetically shift within yourself. Maybe there is something because you have been listening to your inner voice, and you have maybe changed your perception of your mind, and yeah, you're being remade, I feel. Remade. Interesting. Interesting energy here. Okay, let's see. Again, the 6 of Cups. Yes, you have changed your perspective of how you perceive life, right? You have been sitting here and you have been wishing for this, wishing for richness, maybe you wished for love, yeah, a good, stable life. Maybe you have felt like you have been a little bit poor in all these areas of your life. Lack of love, lack of money, lack of stability, lack of safety. Yeah, lack of safety. But this is coming now. Wow. With the 2 of Cups. This is coming out. You are being aligned with your true self. Or maybe you are being aligned with a significant other. No, within love. Because that is what the 2 of Cups also can represent. It can also represent a love connection. I had to take a little pause to clear my throat, and because there was so many motorcycles driving past here, it was very noisy. So yeah, you're being aligned. Let's look at the last one. Wow, the 3 and the Empress. Again, the crescent moon. So I feel that the energy, the last 2 weeks now, from we had this full moon last week, and now the last quarter moon, until the new moon, when everything is being reborn, recycled, a reset. There's something about the energetic shift happening now. And it's interesting because I talked about Cancer being the matriarch in the Western astrology series. They are, as I said, are very family orientated and yeah, very caring energy. So whatever this is for you, of course, the Empress is also represented as pregnant. So maybe some of you will find out that you are pregnant throughout this period of time. I don't know. Maybe some of you will become pregnant. I don't know. But for the rest of us that it is over that stage in our life, and yeah, for those of us who can't be pregnant at all, of course, like you men, guys. This is something else, right? This is the new creation of yourself, because you have listened now. You're forgiven. You have been open to receive the energy from source, from the universe, from spirit. You have turned your back on this energy of this lack mentality, of this sitting and dreaming about visualizing yourself being in, maybe this is more an acceptance of and acknowledge that this can come for you too. This is meant for you too. You know, Cinderella, as I always think about with this card, Cinderella, even though she lived a terrible life, even she didn't lose her hope and faith about the future, about love, that one day she would come out of this terrible situation. And she was right, because she had faith, and she forgave even the stepmother and her stepsister. She forgave them, even though they had treated her like shit. Beautiful energy for this last quarter moon. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again in another video very soon. Bye for now.